Good morning. Welcome to the 2021 Hunger Action Month Award Ceremony. I'm John Bethel, co-chair, along with my wife, Renee Bethel. I have the privilege of serving on the Arkansas Hunger Relief Alliance Board of Directors, and Renee works at Arkansas Children's Hospital, so we're both passionate about the issue of hunger and celebrating those who make a difference in the fight against it. September is Hunger Action Month and an opportunity to educate our neighbors, take action to alleviate hunger, and to recognize those who have reached high, gone beyond, and are truly making a difference in the lives of hungry Arkansans.
When we accepted the role as co-chairs for the breakfast in late spring, we had hoped we'd be able to gather in person to celebrate some of those who've made a difference over the last year. But respecting the governor's state of emergency and wanting to keep everyone safe, we opted to make this event virtual again. The silver lining is that actually more people from across the state will be able to participate and celebrate our hunger heroes. I'd like to recognize and thank our presenting sponsor, Steve Landers Auto Group, and share this brief video with you.
Giving back to the community has always been an important part of the Landers tradition. We've been dedicated to fulfilling the promise to support our community through our Do Good, Feel Good program. Our various partnerships with local charities and nonprofit organizations reflect our commitment to keeping this promise. We are so very grateful for the opportunity, not only to be part of this community, but to serve in it as well. These principles are what led to Landers Lunches. Through the partnership with the Arkansas Hunger Relief Alliance and their No Kid Hungry campaign, the Steve Landers Auto Group dealerships and their customers were able to eliminate food insecurity that nearly 1 in 3 Arkansas children are faced with. The entire Steve Landers Auto Group family is honored to work with an incredible organization like the Arkansas Hunger Relief Alliance. Thank you for all you do.
We appreciate all our sponsors, including our in-kind sponsors. The full list can be found on our website and on social media. Special thanks to Cappy Peck and Team Trios, along with Performance Food Service Group, for providing the delicious breakfast our table sponsors and ticket purchasers enjoyed.
We want to recognize the staff and board of the Arkansas Hunger Relief Alliance. The staff members are passionate and dedicated to those they serve, and the board is composed of volunteers from across the state who give generously of their time and talents. We especially thank Board President Kent Eikenberry, the CEO of the Northwest Arkansas Food Bank, whom we'll hear from shortly, and President-elect Jennifer Martinez Belt, whom we'll hear from now.
Thank you. I'm Jennifer Martinez Belt, and it's a privilege to serve as your president-elect this year. I'm proud of the work the Alliance has done and continues to do as we tackle hunger from many directions, as well as the causes, particularly in diverse communities which have been hit the hardest by this pandemic. The Alliance helps to secure emergency food through a variety of programs for food banks and pantries, helping our charitable network stay strong. It does direct SNAP outreach, and our call center has taken over 8,000 calls since the pandemic began. It serves as a lead partner on the No Kid Hungry campaign, helping schools and nonprofits feed kids at school, after school, and in the summer. It advocates for policy change on the federal, state, and local level, and supports the Arkansas Legislative Hunger Caucus. And it teaches families how to cook and shop healthy on a budget, even doing it remotely now, and so much more. While we don't know how long this pandemic and its fallout will last, we do know that we will work tirelessly with thousands of anti-hunger advocates across the state to make sure Arkansans have access to quality food. We invite you to join us. Now back to you, John and Renee.
Every year, our board and staff nominate individuals and groups dedicated to alleviating hunger and empowering Arkansans in need. They may be volunteers or anti-hunger workers, but what they all have in common is their passion to make sure that no Arkansan goes to bed hungry.
Our first recipient is Amanda West, the Child Nutrition Director at the Monticello School District. Ms. West and her team went above and beyond their duties to make sure that all the kids got fed. And in a field of quality nutrition directors, she stands out. Vivian Nicholson, the Alliance's School Breakfast Director, will tell us about Ms. West.
I'm Vivian Nicholson with Arkansas Hunger Relief Alliance. During the past year and a half, our child nutrition directors in the school districts across our state have been the unsung heroes during this pandemic. Amanda West, the child nutrition director in Monticello School District, is a lead example that stood out to us as one that was able to lead her child nutrition team to make meals available to all students. Amanda and her child nutrition workers were cheered on by their superintendent, Sandra Lane Hart, which they put together ideas of innovative ways to deliver the meal service. They stepped up to the option of doing deliveries through parent delivery and weekend deliveries and all kinds of ways to make sure that the students in Monticello were fed during the pandemic. We, as Amanda said, one child hungry is one child too many. In recognition to Amanda's innovative meal deliveries, her constant optimism, and her dedication to having the best nutrition services she can for the Monticello School District students, we, Arkansas Hunger Relief Alliance, would like to and are pleased to honor her with the 2021 Hunger Action Hero Award.
Thank you. I'm honored to receive this award today, and I'm grateful to the No Kid Hunger and the Hunger Relief Alliance for the grants that were made available to us to purchase equipment and supplies that we needed to put nutritious meals in the hands of all of our students in the Monticello School District. It is my hope that the flexibility waivers made available through USDA will remain long after the pandemic so we can serve our children free lunch and breakfast at school. So I just want to share the Beat Beat story with you all. So when we are carrying the meals out into the community and the buses are rolling into the apartment complexes and things and the kids, the bus backs up and it says beep, beep, beep. The students come running when they hear it. You would think it was an intercom system going off. They were just running to the bus and they were waiting on the ladies to get off the bus and to give the meals out, and they were very excited to receive those. And one day when I was there, I asked these two little boys, who were about 7 or 8 years old, I said, they were going through their bags, and I said, what's your favorite thing in the bag? And he said, well, I like these trays, these little black trays, because I can heat those up in the microwave. And thanks to the Arkansas Hunger Relief Alliance and No Kid Hungry, we were able to produce that meal that was nutritious for that student, and it made it also worthwhile to the cafeteria staff and all of us. It just made us smile.
Thank you, Amanda, and all school nutrition directors and teams. The second recipient is Brandon House Cultural and Performing Arts Center. Started by the Bax family, Brandon House helps Little Rock youth engage in the arts, gain new skills like Cooking Matters, and get the meals and nutrition they need. To present their award is Tamika Williams, the Alliance's Operations Director.
In a difficult pandemic year, Brandon House Cultural and Performing Arts Center has not only kept their doors open, they've served hundreds of meals to Little Rock children and families in the 12th Street Corridor community. Mother and daughter team, Drs. Pamela and Patrice Bax, have maintained the year-round program that provides nutritious meals to all the children throughout the pandemic and are here to stay. As their name says, Brandon House is much more than just an after-school program. They also provide children with a valuable cultural learning experience. Brandon House received a 2021 No Kid Hungry emergency grant to begin a nutrition education program this fall, Dream Starters, which will be part of the after-school program taught by trained nutritionist Chef Sherry Holloway. Youth will engage in Cooking Matters Fun, hands-on cooking lessons, will learn to support healthy eating habits, and will be given nutritious meals to take home for the weekend. In recognition of their innovative programming during and pre-pandemic, their can-do spirit, and their devotion to their students, the Arkansas Hunger Relief Alliance is pleased to present a 2021 Acting Out Against Hunger Award to Brandon House Cultural and Performance Arts Center.
Thank you. We are grateful for the support we have received from the Alliance and the No Kid Hungry campaign to help us plan our program and purchase the equipment and supplies we needed to not only serve nutritious meals to our youth, but also provide invaluable nutrition education, lessons that will help them develop healthy habits for life.
Thank you!
All of us know what an incredible challenge the last 16 months have been. Frontline workers, who mostly did their work behind the scenes prior to the pandemic, have stepped up repeatedly and have been heroes to all of us. Those workers include the teams at Arkansas's 6 Feeding America food banks: the Arkansas Food Bank, the Food Bank of North Central Arkansas, the Food Bank of Northeast Arkansas, the Harvest Regional Food Bank, the Northwest Arkansas Food Bank, and the River Valley Regional Food Bank. It's an honor to recognize these 6 teams and the incredible work they've done over the years, but especially this last year. We'll hear from them now.
Due to COVID-19, this past year has been one for the books. Millions of people needed help to provide food for themselves and their families.
Most people needing assistance had never accessed the charitable food system in the past.
Food banks across the nation were stretched to the limit. They were stretched to meet this extreme need, while also losing much of their traditional delivery network due to fears from COVID-19.
The story in Arkansas was a replica of the story across the nation.
The Feeding America food banks in Arkansas were thrust into the spotlight to serve as frontline workers and innovators.
We have always played these roles, but never at the level thrust upon us due to COVID-19.
Each of us stood in the gap to help those who were suddenly jobless, scared, and hurting.
The staff at Harvest Regional Food Bank worked long hours each day to pack boxes, transport food, and help those in need.
The warehouse workers and drivers at River Valley Regional Food Bank came to work every day of the pandemic and worked diligently to serve those in need safely.
The program and the administrative staff of the Food Bank of North Central Arkansas worked from home or in the building each day to ensure every person needing help was served.
Our most impactful moment was reaching people who had never needed food assistance in the past and really bringing more awareness to the issue of hunger.
In 2019, the Arkansas Food Bank held 62 mobile distributions. In 2020, we held 602. This shift had an impact of those in need and on our staff. We comforted moms, dads, grandparents, and friends as we gave them a moment of hope with a box of food.
In response to our partner agencies having to close because of COVID-19, we expanded our own mobile services division from 12 monthly stops to 16.
During our first mass distribution of food, I placed a box of food in the back seat of a senior citizen's car. She immediately started crying, and I just reached out to her and said, "Please don't cry. We're just all in this together." And she quickly told me that she wasn't crying because she had to ask for food. She'd done that before. She was crying because I was the first person that she'd come in contact with for several weeks. I quickly realized that our job was not just food distribution, it was providing encouragement, emotional support, and nurturing our clients, something they'd been missing during COVID-19.
At the Food Bank of Northeast Arkansas, instead of packing backpacks for the weekends for the children, we pivoted to packing family food boxes so that we were feeding all the members of the household during the pandemic. Also, we increased our mobile food pantry distributions from 1 a week to 5 each week.
For myself, the most impactful moment was the 3x5 card we received in the mail from a 94-year-old shut-in woman with no family. She gave us a $10 donation because it was all she had. She lived on a fixed income, so my team gathered her up a box, got her some clothing, and did a knock and drop. She's now part of our food bank family.
During a time of unprecedented need, the Feeding America food banks in Arkansas collectively distributed over 124 million pounds of food and over 600,000 food boxes.
Because of your dedication, compassion, and determination during this time,
the CEOs of the Food Bank of Northeast Arkansas,
River Valley Regional Food Bank,
of Arkansas Food Bank,
of Harvest Regional Food Bank,
Food Bank of North Central Arkansas,
The Northwest Arkansas Food Bank
nominated each of our team members for the 2021 Acting Out Against Hunger Award. You came, you served, and you made the difference.
You filled the gap for thousands of hungry Arkansans. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you to the 2021 Acting Out Against Hunger Award winners.
What great teams we have serving those in need. Wow. Jennifer mentioned our SNAP efforts earlier, and it's having partners across the state who are critical to our education and SNAP outreach. No partner has done more than CADC, Central Arkansas Development Council, and Michelle Hood. Serving low-income Arkansans in 19 counties, CADC and Ms. Hood have played a huge role in getting qualifying Arkansans signed up for SNAP. Here's Alliance SNAP Outreach Director Lance Whitney to share their story.
SNAP, the Supplemental Nutritional Assistance Program, is the single largest anti-hunger tool we have. As director of the SNAP Outreach team for the Alliance, it's my pleasure to work with Michelle Hood and the staff at the Central Arkansas Development Council. CADC provides opportunities empowering individuals, families, and communities in the fight against poverty. In 2019, we began working with their staff, assisting them with the SNAP application process, so they could provide this critical resource to their clients in the 19 Arkansas counties they serve. When the pandemic hit in 2020 and hunger soared in our state, Michelle and her staff worked with the Alliance to meet this increased need. They assisted their clients through the SNAP application process and kept our SNAP team updated on challenges experienced by their clients. Through this partnership, over 300 new SNAP applications have been submitted over the past year. This is equivalent to over 230,000 meals, over $630,000 in SNAP benefits to the participants, and it has generated almost $1 million in the local economy. The Alliance looks forward to continuing this partnership as we work together to help Arkansans in need. In recognition of their significant contribution to the fight against hunger, the Arkansas Hunger Relief Alliance is pleased to present a 2021 Acting Out Against Hunger Award to Michelle Hood and the Central Arkansas Development Council.
Thank you. We are grateful for the support we have received from the Alliance to help serve our clients and ensure eligible Arkansans are receiving the critical SNAP benefits they need. It has helped us provide better services to our customers by just having additional services that we can actually offer to our customers. With the other programs and services that we already have, this is just an added benefit to assist customers. Those that are, challenged, maybe transportation-wise, financially, we are able to go out and provide those services to customers, helping them to, access the services that they need. And so this partnership has allowed us to reach out in our 19 counties to serve our rural populations. Like I say, those that do not have the transportation to maybe get into our main office or access our main office, but to actually, we can actually take the services to them.
Last but certainly not least, we want to honor one of our legislators, Representative Deanne Vaught. We have worked with Representative Vaught for several years on a variety of projects, but this past session she stepped up to the table and allowed us to work on a bill with her, which will be a game changer in our ability to get ground beef into the hands of Arkansans struggling to access enough protein. Michelle Shope, the Director of Food Sourcing and Logistics, met with Representative Vaught at her farm.
Representative Deanne Vaught has been an active member of the Legislative Hunger Caucus since her first term in 2015. Whether she's waiting tables at Serving Up Solutions, delivering meals, teaching Alliance members about the legislative process, or participating in Hunger Lobby Day, she's always involved. But this year, Representative Vaught sponsored and got passed groundbreaking legislation that will benefit Arkansas farmers, ranchers, processors, consumers, and from our perspective, low-income Arkansans who need more protein but can't afford it. Representative Vaught's bill creates a safe meat inspection program which will eliminate the huge backlog for meat processing in Arkansas and will allow us to expand the Arkansas Beef Project. The Beef Project, the only project of its type in the country, has grown slowly but steadily over the past few years. But when we started working with Representative Vaught well before the session started, we knew this could be a game changer. She lined up an unprecedented 89 sponsors and invited us to testify before the House and Senate, which we did. In anticipation of its passage, we applied for and received funding to expand the Arkansas Beef Project. Now we buy cows as well as accept donated cows, then provide ground beef in 2-pound packages to families in need. We hope that expanded processing capacity in Arkansas and funding we hope to receive because of it will eliminate stories we've heard about Arkansas seniors splitting their pills in order to buy ground beef. Representative Vaught, thank you for all you do, not only for your constituents, but for all Arkansans and for those in need.
One of the reasons that I felt it was so important for us to work on this legislation and get it passed is because we do have so many people that do not have food on their tables, especially protein on their tables. It's sad whenever senior citizens go to the center to get food and there's really no good protein on their plates. Or it's sad when my restaurants want to serve a burger to somebody and they can't because the protein backlog is so far behind in the beef industry. So I felt it was very important to not only work to get it passed, but to get the funding also. And I want to thank the Hunger Alliance because I could not have done it without y'all. Y'all walking side by side with me was the most amazing part of the journey. As y'all willing to be there with me, holding my hand, even whenever I was scared things wouldn't get passed, y'all never lost hope. You never lost sight of the true goal, and that is to put protein on our citizens' tables, and I want to thank y'all for that.
I hope you are as inspired as Renee and I are by these individuals and groups we've just recognized. Because of their efforts and the efforts of hundreds more across the state, the Alliance and our food banks are doing our best to make sure everyone is able to access the food they need and that public policy improves access, not hinders it. The Alliance is a cause that's important to Renee and me, and we hope you'll support the Alliance by texting ZERO HUNGER to 243-725. That's zero spelled out. We have far too many seniors struggling and far too many families hurting. And as Director West said, one kid hungry is one kid too many. So please continue to support the Alliance as you can.
It is my pleasure to introduce our friend Kathy Webb, CEO of the Alliance, and a former honoree herself prior to joining the Alliance, with a brief message from Governor Hutchinson.
First, on behalf of the Alliance, I want to thank Renee and John Bethel for serving as co-chairs of this breakfast. I want to thank our sponsors who make our work possible, the Alliance board and staff, and offer one more round of congratulations to our honorees. To conclude our Hunger Action Month breakfast, I'd like to leave you with these words from Governor Asa Hutchinson.
Hi, this is Governor Asa Hutchinson. September is Hunger Action Month, the month that anti-hunger organizations and advocates across the country work together to raise awareness about food insecurity. After more than a year of this global pandemic, more families and individuals than ever are struggling to put food on their tables. To meet this increased need, the Arkansas Hunger Relief Alliance, the state's 6 Feeding America food banks, and an effective network of local hunger relief organizations have worked overtime to deliver nutritious meals and critical resources to those facing food insecurity. I have proclaimed September as Hunger Action Month in Arkansas to highlight the need. Together, we can work to ensure no Arkansan goes to bed hungry.
Thank you, Governor Hutchinson, and thank each of you for being here today and for all you do in the fight against hunger. Be safe.